Is there love in the ginger prince's heart for his family and for Meghan Markle? Or is manipulative Meghan forcing him to choose? It's either her or his family. Hi, friends. Welcome to the King YouTube channel. Well, I would say that from the very beginning of Harry and Meghan's relationship, it has been pretty clear that Meghan isn't exactly a fan of the royal family. She doesn't really care for all the rules that go along with being a royal. She's not a big fan of those stuffy traditions. And Meghan's not a fan of any hierarchy at which she's not at the very top. So obviously, Meghan was never really going to fit in well with the royals. Okay, so she and Harry left. But with their leaving, was it really necessary to trash the family and destroy the relationship between Harry and his family in the process? Well, according to the royal expert, Angela 11, Prince Harry has time and time again chosen to put Meghan Markle needs and wants above his family. And we've been seeing this kind of thing from him for years. Even back when it was announced, Levin reported to The Sun. The family had discussed that if they wanted to go, they could and would have everyone's good wishes. They were asked to do slowly and carefully, but they didn't want to. They decided to do it their own way by putting up that post. Harry has been dragged down with that. Meghan has never had any respect for the family and the hierarchy and protocols. Harry said he tried to lay out the protocols and make it easy for her to understand, but she didn't care. They bent over backwards to be kind. But Meghan wanted it all her way. They still pretend they know much better than the royal family do and how to run it. They don't want to have any connection to them. Harry is lonely but pleasing. Meghan comes first. Now in the royal family, of course, hierarchy is of utmost importance. And usually when any family member is going to make a big decision like, stepping back from their royal duties, they're going to first have a discussion with the reigning monarch. In that case, it was the late queen, but I guess Meghan wasn't too big of a hurry. She needed to get back to Hollywood. So she let Harry know the best way to go about things was to just put up an Instagram post. Harry, surely your granny has Instagram, right? It's 2020. Doesn't she know that Instagram is by far the best way to make a big announcement? So was that a situation in which Harry really should have stood up to Meghan and told her, Meghan, I don't care if that's how you make your big announcements. In my family, we follow protocol. We talk to the queen first. Well, you know what they say, hindsight is 2020. So perhaps Harry does wish that they had done things a little differently with regards to me, but that was 4 years ago. Surely now things have changed. Surely Harry has learned his lesson and now he's the one to call the shots when it comes to matters with his family. Or maybe not, because as Angela 11 points out, 2 of Harry's very close family members, his father, King Charles, and his formerly beloved sister-in-law, Princess Catherine, are in hospital with some pretty serious, well, not unserious medical issues. Has Harry thought, though, to reach out and let them know that he cares that they have his support, that he's praying for them or sending good vibes or whatever it is that he would say? Well, no, at least not publicly. Angela 11 points out that instead of sending some public well wishes to his father and his sister-in-law in their time of need, Harry decided it was more important to show up to accept his Living Legends of Aviation induction award. He did give an acceptance speech, but there was no mention of his father or Catherine. Angela 11 says he didn't say anything. I felt that he was bound to say, I'm sorry to hear that both my father and sister-in-law are unwell. He just needed to say one sentence. I think he's between a rock and a hard place. He's got to please his wife to an extreme. I think she's very difficult. Deep down, he still loves his family, but she comes first and that's okay. But I think she demands that he has no contact with the family. It is interesting to me because usually in situations like this, I say that it's right for the woman or the man to support their spouse. Oftentimes it's like an overbearing mother-in-law or something like that who's making the problems in the relationship. But in this case, everything is flipped. It is Meghan who is the problem. And until Harry can see that she's the one bringing him down. She's the one bringing all these problems into his life. She's the reason his relationship with his family is kaput. I'm afraid there's no hope for him. So, Harry, I've said it before and I'm going to say it again. It's really time to grow a pair. All right, my friends, and now for a little discussion time. In this video, we are going to be talking about the responses that you all left to the video pinnacle of punishment. Harry and Meghan lost their royal titles. In this video, we were discussing how Meghan and Harry's attendance at the premiere for the Bob Marley movie in Kingston, Jamaica, really means that they should lose their titles. It was basically an act of treason. See, it's important to remember that Harry is still the son of the king. And so showing up, posing, and smiling with people who are very vocal about not wanting Jamaica to be part of the Commonwealth is not a good look, to say the least. Some might even call it treason, but let's see what you all had to say. The first comment comes to us from Dizzy Chef. Dizzy writes, if Meg is caring, why can't she care for her father and her family? If Harry is so caring, why is he still emotionally abusive to his family? No, these two are not a caring couple. Well, Dizzy, I don't know what you're basing that on. They've said that they're caring. I mean, they've told us they're humanitarian, they're philanthropists, they care about creating change for communities. I'm pretty sure Meghan cares about uplifting and empowering young women. But maybe you do have a point about them being so incredibly abusive to their own family members. We've got some replies too. Kim agrees, and Sue Clark says their actions speak louder than any words about caring. Amen. Sue Diamond Diva says they do care about fame and fortune. Well, that's for sure. And Donna says only care is themselves. Well, they seem to care for themselves at first glance, but there's a whole lot of self-sabotage going on, if you ask me. And next comment is from Paula Weaver. Paula writes, agree, take all the titles from Harry, Meghan, and Invisibles removed from line of succession as well. In my opinion, if Harry really had wanted to be free from British royal family, in my opinion, Harry and Meghan should have given up all titles and line of succession when they walked away. It would not be an issue. Now, in my opinion, well wishes for speedy recovery to King Charles, Princess Catherine, and Fergie. Thank you, Paula. You hit the nail on the head again. I mean, Harry and Meghan never wanted to be these ordinary citizens like they claimed. They never wanted to be fully financially independent. They just wanted to be bankrolled by Charles and also be free to make a bunch of money off their Sussex royal brand. Well, the late Queen said no, and we're still watching the fit they're pitching in the floor because of that. Next up, let's see what Wendy Linton has to say. Wendy writes, we are in no doubt that Harry does not want to come back. He knows the pain he has caused, and he's more likely to only want money. But he has been told, I'm not a bank, Harry laugh. Well, I don't think Charles had any choice in the matter. He had to tell Harry that, or else Harry was never going to stop showing up with his hand out. We have a reply from Eliza Henry. Eliza writes, is this really true? I believe it if this is officially done, not just for media. Harry made his decision and her gold digger wife is not qualified to be a princess. Not for royalty. She refuses the offer of late Queen Elizabeth II to help. She wants to take over the monarchy. The late Queen works all her life and she thinks she can just take over what the Queen had built. Well, I mean, that was never going to happen. Meghan Markle just delusional, and you're right. She has no place whatsoever in the monarchy. It's much better for the royal family if she's as far away as possible. And Michelle says, no, it is not done. I wish it was, though. All right, my friends, that is all the time that we've got for now. So please let me know, what do you think of this idea that Harry is choosing Meghan over his family? Do you think it's the right decision, or is he going to come to regret it? Is it possible he's already regretting it? Let me know what you think below in the comment section. If you enjoyed this video, don't hesitate to like and share it with anybody else who would appreciate it too. And of course, do not forget to click that subscribe button so that you don't miss a single update. From the King YouTube channel, thank you so much for tuning in. Have a lovely day, and I'll be back to see you in the next videos.